Alrighty, welcome back to some more Planet of Red. Last time over here, we were getting ready for the potential war, the upcoming war actually, of the intermarium variety, and it's going to be quite the, it's going to be quite a thing we got going on over in here. We're going to continue on with that. Yeah, because I think we're relatively ready off at this war. Probably, maybe, potentially, theoretically, who knows. Anyways, over here in the Slovak's footsteps over here, Ukraine knows numerous each package to the industry. Comprehensive plan to develop Ukraine will be drawn up. They've already laid the foundations. German Russia is now pulling to Kiev. We will finish with proper development of military power. Industrial complexes to back their army with force to the Dnieper or Kharkiv like against the coming Russian region. Yeah, because of that, I'm going to give myself about some more pipi. So we can get this going on over here. Yeah, it should be good enough. Get some industrialization going. Make sure everything's all grand. That's the one problem with this part. You don't really get much in terms of political power. That is fine, things I said. Relatively fun. Because yeah, we're just basically making sure that all this is fine for when we get in with the times. Stuff over here. Yeah, doing that shit over there. Doing all that, I see. Seeing all this rotation is going to be coming up over here very soon. Very extremely soon, you could say. Ready for when the time comes. So yeah, Kirk is doing a mistake. Neither has the German Empire left us alone, with one foot still outside the grave as clung to life around Königsberg. Held by Sweden and Russia with guns and material, this thorn our side was sitting us. The other most unfortunate moment waiting for the Russian sailors to spread on speed of Warsaw. Blockade must be established on the border, Gdansk must be cleansed from the agents and enemy restricted as well. Yeah, get that shit going over here. Yeah, let's look at that. And getting all this as we can, really. We don't have Mission of Chaos. We haven't done a little focus we got to us yet. I don't think they have. We're just waiting to see who pulls the first shot. It'll be quite the thing. Quite the shop, as it were. And very much eagerly awaiting how that's going to be. See how it is you live at the well. Only embargo on all that shit. Russians are coming. We and our allies have been preparing for this since we have gained our independence. The boss situation must be properly assessed. Our spy ground proof. If we are not in war, we are still enemies. We must have the strategic high ground before they do. Yeah, before all of them do. Let's see how much more we can get over there. We shall see how that's going to be. The embargo now, we can set the world on fire. Armies into Marmarais, the final war, the most secret war to define the future of Eurasia, will be fought by us against the Muscovite hordes. Russia will throw everything it has on us, so we must not give any chance to fully prepare. Even we sent our territories on sabotage of your constant missions, our division will mass on their borders, we are united, strong, and ready. Now here we do the Pandemonium Revolution. Definitely be, we're going to be getting that good shit going. Yeah, should be them yet. Probably just find against us, because of course. Let's do the Pandemonium Revolution. Last year, Kiev and Nightmare Wars came true. Minovsky and this ilk of naturalists are fools who have left Ukraine friendless and adrift. As the Russian bear bore down enough on those golden fields like the hunt of old, he would have, of course, breathed a last cursed propulsion to all the transients as they spiked his head on St. Volodymyr's gates. Pitiful small nationalists still saunter about the intermarium, beguiling many with dark illusions of Polish dominion. Why not make their fears a reality after all? It is only through solidifying political ties that our lives are secured, and with the future, the Promethean dream. The means by which this should be accomplished are simple. Interconnecting railroads must be built across the intermarium. Both universities should be prioritized, centered on research and theory, and those elsewhere subordinate Polish experts should be encouraged to settle in allied lands. At least 5% of the urban population must be Polish, and 10% of all professionals must be Poles. We must therefore never seek nationalist aggrandizement. In fact, we should treat our Belarusians, Ukrainians, Lithuanians, Jews better than they are in their homelands. Yeah, because that means we can have them, not them. Look at that. Let's see, Syria is expanding this a wee bit. Kiev. This on the move. And with that we can soon bark inscription just a wee bit. It's a wee bit, you know how it is. One of our modules 4, because of course they do. And look at that, the second bullet is committed. Now I'm gonna give myself 150 so we can do this. A war on the east, the old enemies for centuries once again found some jeopardy at your throats. A broad coalition of nations from former Russian Empire territories turned against the old floors on Moscow, trying to find a point into the Moscow and Russian end up with Russian dynasties when the old chains. On the other side, Russians wished to finally end this petty rebellion that was annoying them for so many years and move their armies against the armies of Intermarium. Thunder roams in the east indeed. Men with all their passions sought to kill each other, that they are their homelands are piled by rising captive heaven to the very throne of God. I'm confident it will start in the end. There was nowhere to be seen. Physically, on my side, on both sides would die and kill for long before the last drop of precious human blood was spilled. On the door that walks a new victory will create a new order. The east will emerge into another leader. There's a war, yep. So for our strat is to wait just a little bit so we can build up our research stuff here. Such in Prussian homage. Polish troops entered Cologne were quite quickly crushing our resistance of the Prussians, showing their militarism manifest on itself on praise. As in the time when the Lichens fought against the Germans or so in 1410, when the Polish Lithuanians and Lithuanians crushed the Teutons, not to my one, the North Bears not tried for the Crown Tower. Other parts of the world started asking Warsaw what was going to do with the huge population of Germans. Dukowski did not show hostility towards the Germans, so decided to talk to pass peacefully. I'm assuming this is like a, bug over here. I don't even enter Königsberg. But I might as well read it. Poles invited representatives of Germany to Gdansk, where it was agreed that in exchange for coverage and permanent low custom duty, the border of goods about to correctly. George promised to carry out a population exchange, leading to Germany to Silesia, Pomerania, and Mercia. And also much more favorable for the intermarium trading agreements were established for the import of coal and food from the intermarium across the areas of Germany and Hungary. Other moves allowed both sides to completely obliterate all EU disputed foreign lines that were opposed both Russia's reaction and the massacre of one German's two good cousins. Yeah, it's funny because we got Goebbels over here and here. Here definitely it's like there are layers of irony into this that I just find. Like, if you know your history, it truly is very funny. So I might at least get this going. It's gonna need some PP for all that. Trucks. Guess we need some XP over in here. See some of this. Stop that from happening over here. At least for a little while. It's a wee bit of the wows.
Take it!
So they come up into there. That's about right. Cut off over today, you know how it is. Take the revolution. Also good the oppressed. Many exiles have fled to our borders from the Russian pure, and now they can find extract their vengeance from the oppressors, Tatars, Cossacks, Kazakhs, Azeris, even Russians fit over their brethren of purism and joined into the international legions to fight the Muscovite Empire. But they're not the only ones. Muslim Asians have been receptive to democracy, however, some feel rallying radical and social pain. We won't give of our endeavor, besides the power or maybe we give to the future regime. Keep a step aside to extend our own cooperation with these elements. Just a wee bit. Have a better plan with that. see here. So we're going on to there. She'll run the boats as well. Latvia and Estonia have been keen for freedom for centuries. Russians have turned their lands into a military camp. From the fortress in Peskov, the defense have been coordinated without disruption. Bully pausing during the fight behind our lines, giving us the upper hand against the enemy. Call the patriotic volunteers around their nations. The day of liberation is upon them. Indeed. Give you some of these. Get some new bit of these. Some bolts of the rally. So we're going to have you in the bear. So I went to Crusade. So do I heavily Jerusalem first? Let's see here. Just a little push over to there. The Vilnius, Alvino, the Roman Athens of the Baltics, regarded even by Napoleon as Jerusalem in the north. Now is the gateway between the hands of our country and what city could be better for such a purpose. The mighty Empire, Germanic or Russia has always been a city containing the world, people and their works. The unification of Poland of the Windy of Vilnius is the perfect sector to formalize our band. Without the border in the way, it will become a symbolic and literal such a piece of our power between the seas. For still, of course, we hold everything of us. So we got 60 days until we get to Smolensk. Of course. Come on, yeah, I know you think better than that. Let's see. Come off there. Do things there as well. Simolensk. And look at that. Success, so we can get ourselves some division attack and cover it. Probably, yep. Of course, our German allies, I think we'll be doing German ally things. Let's see. We can do some of this. Some funny stuff over here. There's something majorly funny. see here. Yeah. You don't take a lot more than we have at the very least.
Namierzam cel!
Far more than we have. Gotta leave Jerusalem. Then focus on this later. For right now, it's about time to be. Focus on our main tree. Tree so we can just get some forces a beat. Ah, fucking horse. See, you should get those. Need to build up our army just a little bit more. So focus on this. Let's see here. Infrastructure, military, research speed, definitely. It would be nice to have, but. Yeah, we get probably on this over in here. And then I'm gonna see this in case. In the middle of this over here. Millions of Poles have spent their days rotting in the panopticon of culture, be it foreign Poles or a prisoner of our own creation. Walls of scorn regarding taste and action whipped out by their minds and made us blind. Slaves to good and mighty ghouls, but no more. We're bound to on culture brought toppling down, taboo has come down with it. Only judgments of good taste matter to us now. My mind's unshackled by shame and doubt. We're fast and bring a new world with it. Artistic movements never foreseen. Architects construct seeds of glass walls, allowing us to see all universal art for our universal revolution. We're gonna see on no wall. On all. See here. Hang on. Deal with these guys first. Front over to here. Front's over to there. Let's see here. Should be them dead right there, yeah. Yeah, so that's a couple of visions they lost there. do some holy nudism in an unholy paradise. Reaction fears the skin, it hates it, it loathes it, and wishes to hide it beneath for physical and mental abstractions. It is hypocritical in this as it is thoughtful about the enforcement of its right social norms. Priests, policemen, your bosses, all stand line to tell you what is allowed the way to love. The couple does not have sex, it masturbates. Masturbating consistently denies itself release, like a living bachelor, too old and too ugly for any woman to have sex with, without the need for coercion. He does not spurt out anything beyond the meaningless bar that comes out of his mouth. His life is an endless maze of joyless voyeurism, sex for reproduction, and pleasure for obedience. Never to unify the two together. Or it labora. Pray and work, that's what you are to them. A machine that can only feel pleasure through slavish tribute to a deity, real or physical. Kneel and die. Never realize after experiencing real sexual ecstasy. We come off of that. They definitely did came as well. In more ways than one. Let us say yes for the sex. Let's breed like wild robbers. Let every whore and every young gentleman love and copulate with one another. Even two whores or two gentlemen together are variations thereof. He who loves to procreate loves to think. With thinking, good progress. The enemy of the stale and obsolete. They oppose brothers, husbands, workers. Burn your Bibles, abandon your charters. It is this God, not Jesus, who shall be your salvation, and the brothel shall be his temple. Or it fear, pray and enjoy. So it's my key to side. So that's how I love. Use the ability, but getting some resource speed and reducing our resources to the market. Primarily over here, because I'm going to get more resources for us over here. Because this is about minus 15, so we get some more. Reducing the front line. Oh, just a little bit. Just enough to change up things to where. Some better radios over here as well. Infantry expert. Infantry expert around these times over here. Yeah, some skills to put on here. Yeah. Yeah, okay, let's just say this is our Paul here distracting people from the war. That's how I believe it to be. But at least we got ourselves going quite well. Yeah, there's still that. Get that gun. Let's get this gun. The rest over here. Nice. How close to the production? Those production killer machines. That over here. We'll read about these killer machines next time because we're getting close over here. We're really focusing on this one. We're probably going to be in a continuing with the war effort. Yeah, we're very much on that radical futurism grind, says it were. Because goddamn. Yeah. That's why I love Red Flood over here. You get all sorts of interesting shit like this. So yeah, until then, I'll see you guys later. Bye.